to say something.
Oh yeah, nah, that was one.
Hey, I do have one. Before we go to the Day Dog House, I do have one quick question for y'all. There was some news that came out for Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp potentially being traded to
To
the
the
Steelers.
Steelers,
How y'all feel about that? Just the
that
way
would
he
help.
did.
That would help the Steelers a lot. I think that would help the Steelers a lot. I think that will put them in a position to win a playoff game and get further. I think so. I think that would be a huge difference for them because you give the Steelers a quarterback who's solidified and someone who still got it, someone who a lot of people are not going to question. If you look at Russell Wilson, even though he had a pretty good season with the Broncos the season before, they still question him this year, and rightfully so. Because if you look at how the season ended this year, it did not go the way that it needed to for the Steelers. And then you also give them another weapon in Cooper Kupp. So if you got Pickens and Cooper Kupp there, that helps them their offense a lot more because you got a quarterback that can deliver it to whoever. And I guarantee you this: George Pickens ain't gonna complain about not getting the ball thrown his way. He's not gonna complain about targets because Matthew Stafford is gonna make sure he feeds him the ball, plain and simple. And then along with Cooper Kupp, I mean Cooper Kupp is solidified in this league. As long as he's healthy, we know he's going to make a difference for the Steelers. So we see that coming. But the thing is, what's going to happen with Najee? Is Najee going to still be on the team? Because a lot of people are saying that he might go somewhere else because he might not even get a contract to come back. So I don't know. They don't even know what his value is in the free agent market. Because is his value up there with Josh Jacobs? No. Is it up there with Saquon and Derrick Henry? Of course not. Definitely not that. But is it even up there with Joe Mixon? I think Joe Mixon had a better year than he did last season. So now he's been consistently 1,000 yards a season, but it's 17 games that you play. You only get 1,000 yards in 17 game season.
Rico Dowdle got 1,000 yards. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying he
Yeah,
got to do a little bit more.
yeah. I'm just
He got to
saying.
do more.
I agree with you. I agree with you saying that. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you
No, you
off
good.
like that.
You good. That was it.
I will say this though. We've been having this conversation, and I feel like we sparked this conversation amongst the internet as far as where Mike Tomlin resides in top 5, top 10 coaches. You make a trade like this, and you end up with the same results. I think a lot of people need to come on in and apologize to Dave. That's all I'm saying. Because if you end up with a quarterback who's definitely going to throw the ball, you already know who's going to be your quarterback going into the regular season. I think that was one of the things that was the issue with the Steelers too, is the fact that they didn't know if it was going to be Wilson or Fields. They kept playing. They kept playing the field, and then ended up with this. So now, if you understand, you got a top 10 quarterback with a top 10 wide receiver who you are pairing up with another wide receiver who's now going to get open because you can't double team Pickens like that with Coop out there. You go find you a serviceable running back in the draft. You already know what your defense is. All I'm saying is there's no more excuses for you, Mike T. You have to win. Not even you have to win in the playoffs. I would say the same smoke that people have for Dak Prescott in the playoffs, they need to have for Mike Tomlin in the playoffs at this point. Because it's like the running meme is you get past 9 wins and now you on cruise control. And it's been happening every year. Yes, you have been consistent. However, you haven't been consistent in the playoffs. So I think this is why this network is great. But again, I agree with Kev. We need to start setting precedents on how we rank these quarterbacks and these coaches, and then we deliver it from there because a lot of people have been skating by. A lot of people have been skating by.
He's been consistent, just consistently losing in the playoffs. That's all.
Yo. They would be the perfect pair. Imagine him and Dak together. Oh my goodness.
Him and Dak.
They might win a Super Bowl because somebody got to balance it out. 2 negatives, something positive got to happen.
Oh, I think he would. I think he for sure wins a playoff game with Dak. Because over Russ and Justin, yeah, I think he wins a playoff game with Dak. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
All right, let's get it.
So Joe, how you feel?
I mean, I mean, it would be good for the Steelers. I see what the Rams are doing. The Rams are trying to like be a year ahead because Matthew Stafford was about to retire this year, and he decided that he's going to stay. So And then Sean McVay, remember like a couple of years ago after he won a Super Bowl, he was thinking about retiring himself.
Yeah,
You know, so
he's
that's
pretty young to be retiring though.
yeah, he is, but I mean, I feel him
And
though.
that run was crazy. He like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull a what is it, Aaron Donald? We just gonna go out while we on top.
Mm-hmm.
He got his bread, got his ring, he got his respect. So
Aaron Donald will go down as one of the greatest football players ever.
facts.
Yes,
So,
that's facts.
And now Jalen Carter trying to come for your spot, man. Really? See, Joe, we gotta deal with that, man. We gotta deal with that.
Jane Carter, he a dog. I ain't gonna lie.
He definitely is.
Georgia Bulldog.
For real, he a beast though. I ain't gonna lie. He like that.
Bruh, I told y'all early in the season, he makes the difference. When he played, that defense is way better. When he don't play, that defense is decent.
He be slapping dudes, he don't get no flag. I'm like, dang. He slapped Mahomes, slapped he slapped my offensive lineman. He get no flag with that. Literally slapped him. He got injured. I'm like, dang.
He like Trent Williams.
Man, playing like Mean Joe Green back in the day, slapping, slapping.
I'm like, dang, he got hurt off that. Jeez.
Man, I think he Charles Haley out there just slapping people.
Now those are some wild stories.
Hey,
Dave, our franchises, man, we gotta do a members only about that, man. We done shared some players, man, and won some rings, man.
We do, man. It's crazy. Charles Haley's prime.
The good old days. I feel y'all.
Yeah, you know, like 1991 all over.